Yeah, it sounds like you just feel like you're doing pretty good on your own.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Now, guys, right here, just so here's where I'm going to ask her a few more questions about her property. Because if I try to close her again, it's going to sound way too pushy, right? So I'm going to ask a few questions here. And so, no, Tamara, and you sound like a totally capable lady to me. So I'm just curious, your home here in Sandy is really nice. What made you decide to sell?
Oh, we're relocating.
Relocating. Hey, that's exciting. Where are you going?
Oh, we're going to Washington.
Well, forgive me. I just took a sip of coffee. Washington. So Washington State or DC?
DC.
Whoa, that's a big move. Are you excited? What's taking you out there?
Oh, my husband got transferred, so we're headed out that direction. I'm not too sure about making the long move because it's a lot of miles.
Okay, so husband got transferred. Hopefully, is that a good thing? Are you guys looking forward to the move to the new job out there?
Yes, it should be a really good move for us. It's just, unknown territory.
Sure. So neither one of you are from DC. You don't have family or anything out there?
Oh no, we're both originally from Utah, so this is a big thing.
Wow, this is a really big deal for you guys. Okay, so what's the time frame? When does he need to be out in DC?
Well, he's already moved out there. He's already secured our home and everything out there. So we've just got, hopefully in the next 30 to 60 days, we'll be able to completely make the move over.
Okay, so just to make sure I understand, your husband's already in DC and you're out here in Utah having to handle this all by yourself?
Yes.
Okay.
He had to start his job and we hadn't sold our home soon enough. So we're still working on getting the house sold here, and he's already secured our home there. So
okay, well, that's a good thing. At least if you don't mind me asking, do you have kids in school, or is there any other considerations at play here?
the kids are still here in school, but we've, can make that transition and get them in schools there as well. So it's just mostly trying to get the house sold and make it as quick as possible.
Okay, so you've really got a lot on your plate. I mean, you're trying to sell the home on your own. Your husband's in DC. You got kids that you've got to get moved. You're still trying to get them back and forth to school, and you've got to get them moved out to new schools. That's a lot.
It is. It's been a pretty big stressor, but in the end, it'll all be worth it.
Yeah. Your new exciting life in DC. So based on that, Tamara, I'm honestly curious. If you could actually have your home sold, and I mean closed and sold in the next 30 days, get the price you wanted, you could be out with the kids and your husband in DC, would that be a win for you?
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
Okay, great. Now, if there's a way, and Tamara, I don't know for sure yet because, of course, I haven't seen your home. I haven't done the research. But if there was a financial benefit to actually listing the home and it financially made sense for you and your family, could you see yourself being able to consider that?
If it made financial sense for us, absolutely.
Awesome. So let's do this. Let's get together for just a few minutes and I'll show you how I can make you more money. So you just tell me what's better for you, afternoons or evenings?
Let's do an afternoon.
Perfect. How's tomorrow at 1 o'clock? Does that work for you?
1 o'clock should work fine.
Okay, great. And guys, I even put some of these other questions down here for you, right? So let me kill the screen share. And we've got 5 minutes left. Because I just kind of didn't ask Martin, I kind of assumed we were doing an hour. So guys, Tamara and I did not plan to role play that script, but I'm kind of a kind of gal, right? So
and we're used to doing role plays. I mean, it's been a while since Belladonna and I have role played, but we had been in the same brokerage, so this is something that her and I have done. And if you don't have a role play partner, find one.
Yes, because the better you get at your scripting. And now role play you really can do with boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, fiance. Kids get sick of it, but I used to role play with my husband all the time. So what do you guys think about that script? Do you feel like that's a script you could use? Do you feel like that was a script that could get you an appointment? And let's see, I'm kind of keeping an eye on the webinar chat.
Just go ahead and throw in the chat, guys, whether you have any questions or feedback about that script. To me, I mean, that sounds great. The whole, you ask a few kind of situation questions at the beginning, and then you sort of move into what their motivations are, and then tying their motivations back to your closings, your closing questions as well. So just while you guys are just answering that, or sort of saying what you think about that, Belladonna, do you guys want to talk briefly about your coaching option? Then I want to talk to the team about what we have with Real Connect as well.
Yes. Okay. So Victor, I knew we had a mindset issue. Victor said, sounds like a bold promise. Victor, let me tell you something that I know in my soul. Okay. I will make them more money than they can make on their own. 100% of the time, done deal. I will make them, I charge a 6 to 7% listing commission. I never cut my commission ever, never. And I charge a transaction fee. I know for a fact that I can make them at least 6% more than they will ever make selling on their own. Now, does that mean I will get them 6% above their current asking price? No. Because their asking price might be completely ridiculous for the marketplace. It might, but very often it's also too low. FSBOs I find are either too low or too high, but they're rarely spot on. So Victor, here's what I would say you need to really believe, that let's pretend that they were asking $550,000 for their house. And let's just pretend they are the rare FSBO that actually priced their house correctly. $550 is the sales price. Here's Tamara trying to sell her house for $550. It's been on the market. It hasn't sold. Her husband's in DC. Now here's what I didn't talk about on this call. She's a freaking idiot. She's putting herself and her children in physical harm by opening it up to the freaking public. And just letting them case the joint, right? Come through unrepresented. God only knows if they're a burglar, a serial killer, or an actual buyer, right? No security whatsoever, no screening of who she's allowing into her home. I'm not even going to talk about that, even though I just did. Okay, $550. How is she marketing her property? How many websites is she on? How many relocation sites know about her home? Who's negotiating that sales price on her behalf? Because you guys might start to get a sense. I negotiate really freaking hard, okay, for my people. I will get every last bloody cent out of that property that the market will allow, okay? How many real qualified and motivated buyers are coming to her house marketing it by herself? The answer, 0 to none. You know who's coming to her house as a FSBO? The people that can't get a loan. They're asking for a lease option. They're asking for seller finance, or the bargain hunters that are coming in and trying to beat her up in price. And you know who's coming? Every freaking shyster investor in town. Now, guys, every agent on my team is an investor, so I'm not hacking on investors. We buy tons of FSBO properties. I got one I got to go look at tomorrow because damn, they ran that house into the ground. Like no bank's going to lend on this thing, right? But for sale by owners of nice homes get investors. They have no business selling to investors. They've got a perfectly nice home. So the odds of her selling her home for $550 are somewhere between slim and none. The odds of me selling her home for $550, if that's what it's worth, are 100%. 100%, and I'm not exaggerating. if it's marketed properly and it's priced property, I will sell that house. I will sell it, and I will sell it in a reasonable amount of time. So let's just say let's say two situations. Tamara sells her house and I sell her house. She